So
controversial Heroescape community? No.
Number one, Team Ski, and I think this is the first time number one Team Ski has commented. So thank you so much for the comment. It says, it seems like there are attempts at trying to get more females into the game, considering the lack of male heroes, especially Kiris. And I think we're talking about this first wave from Renegade. Also, the figures in the game have a lot of purple and gold in their palettes for some reason. I think I'm talking about when it comes to like the miniatures being painted. Now, I'm going to stop there first. Now, I'm an analytical type of guy sometimes, and so I actually went through the original Heroescape list, just the heroes, to see what the ratio was between male and female, and also because there actually is a significant amount of hero miniatures that don't have either gender; they're just and so yes, majority of original Heroescape is male. And then about I'd say a third of the amount of males there's your female characters, and then there's a third amount of like to where there's no specific classification, at least not that I could see. And then from this first wave, there's about nine females, and there's about there's not like no males, and I'm counting heroes. I'm not counting squads. Not counting.
You're not counting the individual female characters within the
I'm not
squads.
I'm not counting any squads. I'm just talking about heroes.
Right.
And so and I did the same with what's been released, and there's about if you're counting the females and the males, there's like 5 males. There's like 9 females. It's a little bit much, but a lot of these females, I like that. I know there was one gender swapped. There was the polar bear one.
Yeah.
And there's like 2 or 3 it type characters too. So, it's. I don't know if one Team Ski is meaning this to like say this is like a red flag or something. I mean, for me, it's more like a pink flag. It's just but
I'm confused. I'm confused. Okay, so I gotta say something because I'm a big brain moment here. We have to remember that these designs came from Avalon Hill,
right?
First of all, and we even had that discussion with Dadscaper, who said a lot of the stuff he recognized that are being used by Renegade right now are the original designs from these, not they're not edits from Renegade. Renegade's what's it called, reverting back to previous prototypal states. The comment came up in the past. I remember this came up in the discussion in the Avalon Hill Discord, and then Carmine put in his 2 cents, and he explained that the original Norse mythology Valkyries are female, only have been female, right? So when Heroescape came into the picture, it changed the original story. All right, they adapted Norse mythology into the story, and that's why we have a bunch of male Kiri. And Carmine mentioned that he wanted to try to pull back to the Norse mythology roots, and so that's why they're introducing more female characters and more female Valkyrie and Kiri options. I don't think there's any like agenda.
Yeah, I don't.
It's just a reference to Norse mythology.
Heroescape is woke. Look, don't you know it?
We're not starting this discussion again. No,
I mean, well, and
just saying, this is my thing. It's just Norse mythology. That's it.
Yeah.
You got to understand. And Carmine
people wanted more history. This is it.
Carmine is a lore guy, and Carmine is a huge lore guy. And his thing was like, hey, why are we using Valkyrie and there's not actual Valkyrie? There's no Valkyrie references. Valkyrie are female. That's the concept that we're borrowing from, right? And using in Heroescape. We have to recognize the OG and the original story and, Scory and all the Prozetta and all that stuff. Like, that's what Carmine was trying to encourage. I don't think they're trying to do some, there's no meta here. It's just a game that loves Norse mythology. Right. So and that's my take on it, and just try not to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to tell people to watch out for what's the term. Oh, okay. This is not a mean thing. I promise. This is just a lore thing, but I've experienced it before. It's called apophenia, right? And it's a really fancy term for when patterns are made between things that don't connect at all. And it happens a lot when we reserve, like, and it's just an information thing, because when you're in the realm of information, everything's really cool. And I see this all the time, and I mean it in the most loving way possible. It's like sometimes we do connect things that aren't there. It just happens. It's an accident. I deal with it as a lore guy all the time. Like when I'm working with other franchises, people come to me with these questions, and I'm just like, "Where did you get that?" ? And it's like, I am such a loving person. I hate being mean, but it's like when they come to me with this question, I'm just like, I don't know where you got that question from. That never happened. And then I have to realize, oh, they're drawing patterns from things that are not connecting, because it's just that's what our brain does sometimes. And so it's like, look.
And this isn't the whole set either.
There's no,
this is just the
it's
first
just, I promise you, I don't think there was any intention when Avalon Hill made these designs. They're going off of Norse mythology. Renegade's using the designs from Avalon Hill. There's just, it's just a really, it's just a love for Norse mythology. I don't think there's any.
And
I think
subversion here.
And maybe that's in a wider sense that, this game was originally marketed as a game boys play with their dads or their male relatives, initially. But now it's kind of, I think the landscape has changed where, it's not, no one bats an eye if anyone plays a war game. It's loved and accepted. And I don't think there's like an intentional, like, oh, if we make Xenothrax a female, I don't think there's, I think
most
it's just
the dragons are female.
Most of them are already female, and I think it's just, and I think it's just more a landscape. It's more anyone can play wargaming now.
Exactly. There's a chance for everybody to join in. So that's a good message. That's what I like to. Experience in the war game.
Anyone can roll dice and have a fun time. That's
I like. Yeah, exactly. That's awesome. I like that.
And then the comment on the purple and gold. I think it's honestly not necessarily feminine colors, but I think the theming of Age of Annihilation is that purple, and the most best contrasting color to use is gold. The box art is purple, so you want it to really pop and draw your eye. Those are the colors you're going to go. And purple and gold's kind of a motif that's been used in Heroescape a lot. You look at the pretty much a lot of the Einar, the Imperium, the Samurai, just lots of units, and it's a great color combo. It really catches the eye for these miniatures.
Exactly. Well, and I think I'm in agreement with you guys. I think it's going to take a lot more obvious things for that everything. And
right,
even Justin there in the chat saying, "I hope Heroescape doesn't go woke." I don't think that is the case. I understand that there's a debate within like pop culture when it comes to like film culture and some things out there. There's a debate on both sides, and I study it often because I'm very interested in those types of things, and I don't see that in this. And really, it doesn't matter to me personally whether or not like all the miniatures would be released would be entirely female. Just make a good game, make it play well, give it a good story, and it doesn't matter what type of, if you've got females, males, or it's it doesn't matter. Make a good game, make a good story, respect that source material, and get it out there.
Just join the hive and don't worry about anything ever again.
Oh my gosh.
Do not be totally mind shackled. That's the point. But and then and one, Team Ski, I don't want to discourage you from commenting, and I don't want to discourage like these type of comments from being seen, because I think it's important for a person to express what they're thinking in a situation. But we're not going to we at the same time won't shy away from thinking about what we think either. And I'm just going to finish one Team Ski's comment too. It also says, to be honest, I'm not sure how common squads are going to be affordable if or when they arrive, which could kill the game. Now that I separated that because
that's a silly comment.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
What do you mean? It's affordable. Do you not realize what we pay now for common squads?
Are we talking about point? Are we talking about points, like game points, or cost?
No, I think he's talking about actually paying like
money. Yeah,
like $15 to $20 for a squad. Like I just paid, $60 for 2 squads of green scales. Like, that's
commons come out. Oh my gosh, that is gonna be
like, bro. That's the game. Like, go play Warhammer. You come back to me.
Oh my gosh.
I played Warhammer, and when I was looking at some of the costs for like the old Scape stuff that I was thinking about buying, I was like, this is cheap. Like, buying it is cheap.
That's hilarious.
I mean, compared to other games out there, it is dirt cheap.
And this stuff I can buy like pre-painted and assembled for the same price that I'm buying 3 Tyranid warriors.
Plus awesome terrain. Awesome terrain. And sparkly water tiles and wellspring tiles. So you get 2 kinds of sparkly for the price of like 300.
I think there's a question maybe more hidden within it that's more, how are they going to release comments? I think is maybe what the roundabout way they're going to say it is, like, because I am interested in, are they going to do, classic booster packs with 2 in a pack, or we haven't really heard much on that front. So that is definitely something I'm kind of looking out for or theorizing a lot on.
I desperately hope they start selling things individually so that if someone wanted to just get 3 squads of the same figure, they could, and they're not forced to get, for example, like Nagrubs and also Mesodemons.
That
like, it's like
a red flag if they do
that. Like, that's come on, like
it would be. Absolutely.
If anything, they do a pack where they sell it as a 3-pack, and you get 3 squads of the same figure. That to me is more encouragingly of the idea of like, okay, I'll get 1 pack, I'll get the 3 squads, I can put that in my army, I'm ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, anything else you guys want to say on this before closing out? I knew this was going to be a good conversation, and so for that, one Team Ski, we do appreciate the comment and allowing us to express what we think about the situation. And please, even if it's something to where we're in a disagreement, never be afraid to comment. Like I said, I'm open to all comments, and don't let thinking, oh, they're going to disagree with me, to stop you. Make your voice be heard. That's one reason why I showed it tonight. So really do appreciate your comment. Thank you, one Team Ski.